I'm Cheryl Motter, the interim chair of the Global Mission Committee of our Synod. I agreed to take this position at a time when there reportedly wasn't much going on in global mission. And when I think of it now, that's kind of sad. This Synod has always been on fire for global mission, and we do it well. It seemed like the fire we had was down to smoldering embers. So when I received Melanie's request for the report of global mission to include in the reports being submitted for Synod Assembly, I realized I'd actually have to do something. And I identified the Peru Subcommittee Chair, Greg Adelson, and also the interim chair of the Czech Republic Subcommittee, Maureen Sullivan. Pastor Ken Johnson, who chairs the Middle East Subcommittee, assisted as well. And between us, we not only were able to put together the global mission report that's part of your documents, we found that our global mission fire was more than just embers. With a little breath from the Holy Spirit, there was a little flame still burning. Walking and working together, we seek to accompany our companions in a solidarity that practices interdependence and mutuality. The ELCA lives out accompaniment in relationships with global companions, striving to share God's love and participate in God's mission, walking together with our neighbors. Accompaniment, walking together, sharing, worshiping, living together is at the heart of our global mission, and it's happening right now in our relationships with our companion synods in the Czech Republic and Peru. Maureen, can you tell us a little about our walk with the Czech Republic during the pandemic?
The Evangelical Church of the Czech Brethren is the result of the union of the Lutheran and Calvinist confessions and can trace its roots back to Jan Hus. With 100,000 members and 251 congregation, it is the largest Protestant church in the Czech Republic. This is a relatively new relationship, starting less than 5 years ago. During this time, members of the ECCB subcommittee have been on a pilgrimage to the Czech Republic and participated in the 100th anniversary of the ECCB. Their synodical bishop and a delegation joined us here at our last Synod Assembly in 2019. A Czech student served as camp counselor at Sugar Creek in 2018 and 2019, and she continues her relationship with the young adults in our synod. We are alike in many ways. The ECCB is organized on synodic principles, and decisions are made through annual assemblies such as this. Just as we are electing a new bishop, the ECCB is electing new senior leadership. As we put the pandemic behind us, this would be a great time to join the ECCB mission team to help shape the future relationship. There might even be a good beer in it for you.
Maureen, it sounds like we have a little flame going there. And I bet with even a small puff, we can grow that flame, giving and receiving the gift of companionship. Greg Adelson is the chair of the Peru subcommittee. Greg, can you share a story about our walk with the good people in the Lutheran Church in Peru?
Well, the main story regarding our relationship with the Iglesia Luterana del Perú, ILP, is the impact of COVID. Early in 2020, our synod was already starting to recruit for our newest delegation, and our plan for the delegation was to visit Peru in late January of this year. Then COVID hit. By May of last year, it became obvious that the visit would not be possible, and we had to tell Pastor President Adita Torres that we would have to postpone our plans. The pandemic hit Peru very hard. We began to hear of members of the ILP dying of COVID. Then at the beginning of August, we heard that 3 ILP pastors had contracted COVID, and one of them was hospitalized, President Adita. Soon, we heard the tragic news that she had passed away from the complications of COVID. As you can imagine, this has been a very difficult loss for the Lutheran Church of Peru. Pastor Pedro Bullon, whom many in our synod have met, agreed to again serve as president of the church. And since that time, Pedro and the leaders of the church have pulled together to find a new path forward for ILP. The church's 3 companion synods in North America, along with the staff from ELCA Global Mission, have had the opportunity to meet by way of Zoom with leaders of ILP. As we walked together over the internet, we learned of the struggles and challenges that each of the companions was facing. Pastor Pedro, in spite of the difficulties, pointed to the positives that have been seen in the church. The church is now more connected and more united than ever. More members are sharing their talents with the church body as they discover new callings. It was very encouraging for the companions to hear of the new spirit that Pedro was witnessing in Peru.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that story, Greg. Accompaniment at its best. What a gift our companionship with the church in Peru is for us. Hope for us all in the midst of fear, sickness, and oppression. So I guess we're not out of fire, and we want to grow the global mission flame into a roaring fire. In the coming weeks and months, the Global Mission Subcommittees will be reaching out to you and your congregations with resources to help you feel connected to your neighbors around the world. We look forward to our global mission together. Join us.